Hello, Zorlock21. Today we're going to talk about Exalted 2nd Edition from Wentworth Games and CCP North America, one or the other, whatever you want to call them. Exalted 2nd Edition is a role-playing game. You are the Solar Exalted of the Sun, and the many gods in the Exalted universe. You are a human chosen by the gods to be their champion. You are one of the many types of Exalted. Solar Exalted are the most powerful types. You are you can be chosen either at age 15, you can be a fucking child, to a 90-year-old man. You can be on your deathbed. When you're exalted, you're pretty much given ungodly amount of power. You are epic. You start epic. As in the word epic. Um, Basically, you are given new life, new strength, new power, better health. You're immune to diseases, but not all. You can die by like being stabbed in the back of the head. You can die, but you were chosen to be the champion of the sun. In the first stage, you were the champion of the sun. There were several different types. We'll get to that later. We're going to talk about what you get in this. This is core rules. You get everything you need to build a solar exalted type, and you get a pretty hefty 400-page book for $40 in full color. You get an introduction explaining what you're getting and how to use this book, and this is a role-playing game, and you need dice, blah, 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 blah. Chapter 1 is your setting, going into the setting of Exalted, which is, it's the second age of man, and the Solar Exalted are returning from their imprisonment when they were betrayed a long time ago. From being children to old men are getting chosen by the sun to be exalted. One cool is the Bull of the North was the leader of a tribe of northern people in the frozen wasteland of the north. He went after leading his tribe for so many years, he decided he was feeling his death coming, so he wandered off to die. And on his deathbed, when he fell down finally, he was chosen by the sun to be exalted, and he felt invigorated and rejuvenated, and he went back and led his tribe, united all the tribes of the north, and decided he was going to go try to conquer the rest of the world. Well, he did pretty well until he met another Solar who defeated part of his army, and then the army of the realm decided to fight back, and blah 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 blah. He didn't succeed, but he didn't fail. And yeah. Chapter 2, you get characterization, how to make a badass epic bastard. You start off epic in this game, which means you have the ability to kill lots and lots of people. You start off with actual equipment. Not a lot of equipment, you mean you'll start with an actual weapon, like you won't start with a rusty dagger, or a stick, or maybe a real dagger. No, you start with like a choice of weaponry. You can start with a spear, a whole plethora of martial art weapons, which is nice. You get swords, spears, daggers, all your typical weapons you get in most fantasy genres. You can actually start with armor. You don't start with the best armor. You have a weird system on that, but you get some really, really good armor. You can start with between a cape to full plate armor, depending on what kind of game you're going for and what you're going for in your game to start with. Chapter 2 on character creation, you get Solar Exalted type and how to make those, and how to make just regular heroic mortals, which are just regular people trying to be badass. They're okay. Chapter 3 is your traits on how to define, this and that. I really don't know how to explain that, but that. Chapter 4 is Drama and System, the system of Exalted, which is a modified version of the New World of Darkness system with stuff. It can be rules heavy at times, but they explain it in a way that it doesn't seem like it's rules heavy. And on page 157 is the grappling rule, which is half a page, and it explains very easily to understand how to grapple and what you can do when you have grappled someone and how it works. It is roll strength equal to strength of the opponent, And then you have the ability to clinch or throw the opponent, or continue holding the opponent. You'll go into that later when you actually get the book, if you get the book. Chapter and the drama and system. Chapter 5 is your charms, your abilities, your special abilities, combos. Explain what combos are and do, and your sorcery, your magic of Exalted, which is very cool. Chapter 6 is Storyteller. Storytelling chapter is for the storyteller, or the ST, which is I refer to in some of my other videos. It is the person who is narrating your game, or other known as Game Master, Dungeon Master, DM, GM, narrator, the guy who's telling you to do stuff, or craft. That would be me. Chapter 7 is Antagonist. Antagonist is an interesting chapter of how antagonists work, not just in order as the dude you beat stick with. Antagonist can be the guy you don't want to kill, but you don't want to live either. You might have to negotiate with an antagonist. You might have to just interact with an antagonist. It explains how this works very well. Some of the examples they give you, not the best, but they do give you something. They give you 2 fully made solars, the Bull of the North, which is really cool, and one of them on the cover, which is Harmonious Jade, the black woman with the bow. I don't mean to be racist, but she's pretty badass. I just don't think they made her stats as badass as they really should. They'll fix that future. Chapter 8 is a wrap-up of everything, here and there, this and that, some interesting things to talk about. And then you get a pretty badass... When you open the book, you get a map of creation, which is pretty badass. Full-colored book. And then they go into... Every chapter starts off with a comic book. Not as extensive as you will get in the core book, but you will get some pretty nice color comic books, and you'll get your chapter layout and all that. In the back of the book, you will get probably one of the best things I've ever seen out of an index chapter. Every chapter indexed in alphabetical order, everything you would need to find very quickly. Very quickly. I hope this helps out with anyone looking to get into this game. I'm sorry if I didn't explain it very clearly, but I realized my first video was only 34 seconds long, and I thought it was longer. Thank you, and please rate, comment, and let me know if this doesn't come out.